around the sick, then you have met the requirement of a neighbor. Let me quickly say, a neighbor is more than a consultant. You may be a nurse consultant. I was telling my friend, bro Christian, was it him or somebody else I was saying last night? See, when he told me that they have a neuro surgery to perform today, and I said, I got excited because it's my field. I'm a neuro anesthetist. That's my PhD, neuro anesthesia. And so the moment I hear anything, neuro something in the theater, I get so excited because that is my field. But do you know what? That is not a credential that I can parade before God. That is completely nonsense when it comes to mission. That can only be used in academic environment. But let me also quickly say, a missionary has no any other environment other than the environment God creates. And except you see yourself beyond a professional, it's good. Let's explore professionalism, nurse professionalism, midwife specialist, nurse consultant, and all of that. But let me tell you, all that heaven requires from us is that we should do what? We should become neighbors. Everything is reduced to this word, a neighbor. A neighbor. You see, fighting in the hospital, fighting in the ward, fighting in the department. Everybody is trying to flex muscles. Everybody, do you know who I am? And all of those things. Who are you? You are nothing. Just nothing. Only heaven will help us. Let our eyes be open and see the sick as an integral part of us, our neighbor. In First John chapter 1 verse 1. 1 John chapter 1 verse 1, the Bible says, that which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked at, and our hands have touched, this we proclaim concerning the word of life. Who said this? Neighbors of Jesus. To me, this is the definition of what it means to be a neighbor. The disciples declared that which was from the beginning, which we have heard. They took their time to hear because they have been with Jesus. They have gone with him. They have traveled with him. They have experienced all kinds of experience with Jesus. They have seen how he was confronted with issues, with challenges, and how he responded. They saw how there was no food, how they looked forward to food, and how God helped. Somebody thought that it was a road. He came and said, Master, I want to follow you wherever you go. And then the master turned and said, foxes have holes. The birds of the air have nests. But the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head. We never hear about that brother again. He disappeared. He disappeared. But the neighbors of Jesus, they say, that which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen. So what did you hear? If you say you are my neighbor, what do you hear from me? Do you have the capacity to hear the silent cry? Will you be able to say you are able to hear the groaning of the patient? What did you see? Do you know that the patients will hide some signals carefully and calculatively? Do you know patients have a way of hiding their tears? They would not like to see you seeing them shedding tears. When you come around, they quickly wipe their tears and they adjust seat as if all is well. Some have a way of shielding some of this information about them. But a neighbor will see beyond. He will see even much more than the presentation that the patient gives out. That which has been from the beginning, that which we have heard, that which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked at. So it means not just to see, they were very intentional. They were very exact. So what they saw, they processed it. They processed it not scientifically alone, but they processed it spiritually. They try to understand this presentation. What does it stand for? How am I supposed to respond to it? So they processed what they saw. The friends of Christ, everything that they saw about Christ, they process it. That's why after everything, they go back and begin to analyze themselves. They looked. And the last thing is that, and have touched with their hands. They have touched. That which they are passing out is something that they have touched with their bare hands. If you say, you are my neighbor, have you touched me? Do you understand therapeutic touch? Do you understand what it means to touch beyond the facial touch, the peripheral touch? Oh, you think because you are giving me drug, medication. Oh, you think because you are carrying a bath, so automatically you have touched me. You think? Not at all. This was not an ordinary touch. They touched him decisively. They touched him intentionally. They touched him practically. I've used 3 words now. They were decisive. They were